And welcome back. Today, we have a really special guest. We have Ruth Pietruszewski, otherwise known to everyone as Ski. Did I pronounce that right, Ruth?
Yes.
I've known Ruth for quite a while, and so I've had a lot of practice in saying her name. And Ruth, who are you? What do you do? Where are you from?
I'm the tax collector here in Martin County. I've been here for 35 years. I originally am from Pennsylvania, Bucks County, Pennsylvania, but I've been here 35 years, and I am your tax collector here in Martin County. I am the incumbent, and I'm in my second term. I am running for re-election on my third term.
Oh, okay. I knew Ruth when she was the secretary or administrative assistant?
My last 4 years at the school board, I was the clerk to the school board of Martin County, doing all the school board meetings.
But she was in Sarah Wilcox's office.
Yes,
so I got to know Ruth really well. I was in that office probably once a month at least, getting the news and everything that was going on in the Department of Education, the Board of Education. So from there, we became tax collector.
Yes.
And that first election cycle, I bet, was exciting. Is it a different experience for you as an incumbent, the election cycle, or compared to what it was the first time out?
It's very different. It's very hard to have time to do any campaigning when you're working, because the position requires a lot of work, a lot of hours, and it's difficult to, do anything like that. And,
well, you have a full-time job.
Yes.
Even though you're still running a campaign, you still have a full-time job.
It's 24/7 now that we have cell phones and text and email. It's 24/7.
Sure.
And you try to plan, and then your plans get interrupted, and of course, the taxpayers come first. I always put them first before everything else to make sure everything's working properly.
Sure.
So it's
now, of course, your campaign and your campaign strategy. Mm-hmm. But you know the things that are important or should be important to the taxpayers. What are you doing in the tax office, and what have you done in the tax office that makes really the subject of tax collecting, most people, it's not their favorite subject. So therefore, you can ease their pain, ease their curiosity as to what you do and where, you just collect it, you count it, and then distribute it?
Basically, our job duties are massive. You have to have a lot of knowledge. And my 22 years of executive level administrative experience has really helped me out in this position. For example, when we were doing one of the tax sales, we had a foreign bidder who did not want us to withhold income tax, and the rest of the tax collectors, he talked them into not withholding. I knew from my experience doing federal money that if he didn't file a tax return, that my office would not only owe the penalties and the fines, but would also owe his tax. So I was the only one in the state that withheld the 30% withholding tax, because his tax treaty had expired. Because there are countries that you can earn money in the United States and not pay income tax, but his had expired. The United States hadn't renewed that treaty. So that's one reason where the experience is important. And the other counties did have an issue with that. We didn't, because I withheld the 30% and we were fine.
Okay, taxpayers, right there, we've learned something I had no idea.
And basically, when I took office in 2009 during one of the worst recessions. But basically, everything was being done by paper and pencil. So one of the first things we did was to automate the tax distribution program. And now basically everything's automated and computerized, but it was years of getting these programs done. You have three different entities, the state, the county, and our own, networks that you have to interconnect with. So you just don't have a magic wand. You have to update things together and make
And I'm sure that there are tons of compliance issues that you have to deal with.
Yes, lots of. I really do we are behind the county firewall, and it is a very secure firewall because it's a CJIS compliant, which is the highest compliance. They go by the FBI compliance rules. And we have there several layers of security, and we're behind the firewall, so we have several levels of securities on our end too. But basically, we went through and we really brought the office up to a higher level of technology. We wrote many in-house programs to make the jobs easier, and eliminate the risk of human error, they were doing the distributions on yellow legal pads manually. And it is such an intense task because you have all different discount periods, you have the millage rates are all different, and it depends on where you are in the collection process how many fees that you withhold. Because like the first 100,000 is 10%, then the next 100 drops down to 5, then up to 50 million is 3%. So now it's all automated, and the distributions go with 5 clicks of the mouse, and that money is going out. And the other issue is FDI insurance only covers $250,000, so you need to make sure that you collateralize or use CDARs to protect that money before it's distributed. But now it goes out quickly and flows simply. The other program that was a real big help to the finance department was our interest program. When you collect, it depends on how many days you have that entity's money in the bank and the interest rate, and you owe them interest on that money because we always put it in an interest-bearing account.
Sure.
That was the second one that we tackled, and now you just put in the interest amount, you push submit, and it's right there instantly. You know to give the city steward this much, to Jupiter Island that much, so that's all programmed. We have mobile enabled our website because we're getting to a digital world. It's rapidly changing. So our website, we try to keep it simple because everybody's not computer savvy. So we keep it simple so people can navigate it. But we have the latest technology where when you try to access the website, the computer detects if it's a home computer or a cell phone or a mobile device, and it goes out and configures the browser so that you can just go on and do whatever you do. You don't even know it's in a couple seconds.
Sure. Now, of course, out to Martin County, we cover the campaign cycle every year, and we have all the events and the meet and greets, and we get to shake hands and press the flesh. And one of the things that you've talked a lot about, and this relates to compliance as well, is a lot of awards, a ton of awards that Martin County has gotten for doing what we assume is part of the job, but you do it better than everybody else.
Well, one of the issues is that the awards come from Tallahassee because we're a state office, and they don't get here locally. But we won the award for excellence in financial operations, and we've kept that designation ever since. And that's a panel of 5 financial executives that review everything in the office: the budgeting, the customer service, the internal, external customer service, the audits, and we've had perfect audits every year since I was elected too. But we won that award. And after that, every year we've won the award, the Legacy Award for Continuous Improvement and Innovation. And that's because we continue to innovate and make the tools better for the employees. For example, in the mornings, the one director would be till probably 10 o'clock trying to staff. She'd had a big paper calendar, and she'd see who was out, and then she'd call around and see who was out. So I made a master calendar where everybody can just go on and you can see who's there and who's not. And it's great because you can plan your trainings. This week you have a lot of people out, and you can not approve certain people that are off. And then we have a lot of electronic management. We can go on and we can see that how long the transactions take, which clerk's doing it. And we don't time the clerks, but we can make educated decisions with the numbers. We can pair up a speedier clerk with a slower clerk. It shows us what is using most of our resources. You can see if it's a driver's license or if it's titles, so that we can make different plans.
Sure.
We can see which clerks finish a transaction, which ones need help, so we know who needs training and who that superstar is who could be promoted to be the manager. And it gives us all kinds of, it's really great because we can see if we need a DL person down another branch because we have the 4 offices. It works great. It also puts our live wait time. We have a data collection tool that goes out every 5 seconds. It puts our live wait time on the internet for customers to see which offices, and it tells you how many people are waiting, and
sure.
So they
I want to thank you for being with us, and I want you to tell everybody out there where they can get information about you. Again, it is an election cycle. August 30th is the election.
Yes. You can. I'm at the office. You can always get a hold of me. I have an open door policy. If you want to talk to me, just call and either make an appointment or call me. When you call the 288-5600 or my secretary, I'll be available any way you can. I have an office website, which is http:// or just Google my name. That's probably easier. And then I do have a re-election website, which is reelectruth.com. There's a hyphen in between the re and the elect to get it. And I'm always there. I'm always available to anyone, all 24/7.
Well, that's great. Well, again, thank you for being with us, and we look forward to seeing you at different events between now and August 30th.
Thank you.
We'll be back.